Yo, this your boy Unsold. Unsold product, go by Unsold for short. Made the next gen qualifier game day #2. How y'all doing out there today? The road for qualification really being somewhat difficult for me. I'm a lot older than a lot of the younger top guys in my team. And I know because I watched some of them. The first game day was
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Paul George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thank you. Now, Nikola Jokic is honest about why he's so patient offensively. He said it's because I can't really run fast. That's my only option. When I have the ball, I just look for defensive mistakes. Being a little bit slower gives my teammates a chance to back cut, lob. I'm just playing in my comfort zone. Kevin?
He is definitely letting the play develop, DA. Thank you. And Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see.
And with all the injuries, some guys are stepping into some unfamiliar roles. But in some ways, that makes tonight all the more intriguing.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Hartenstein. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's George in at the small forward. And for Denver, Green is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Walker in at the point. Pass to Bledsoe. Outside Jackson. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Jokic. Walker looking for an opening. Releases. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Clippers. From 12 feet out. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
Walker the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Gordon. 16 feet away, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
George passes to Hartenstein. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Over Jokic. No good from Bledsoe.
I mean, looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Barton passes to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Three-pointer. Barton. They get it back. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
And George with the stuff.
Good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Down low. Here's Walker. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Walker that time on the assist by Barton.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's George. Basket good. George has got his third basket of the night.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Now, here's Jokic. He had 27 points last game. Bangs on the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And defensively, no matter the size of the man he's guarding, Walker really puts up a fight.
Some smaller guards pretend to battle. Walker will bang with you, try to front you, pull on your jersey, whatever it takes. He backs down from no one.
Here's Bledsoe. After the basket by Will Barton. Now the pass to George. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Jeff Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Here's Jokic. And the shot is long. Clippers trail by 7. Outside, Batum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Pass to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. With the tip, Jokic on the follow. Jokic just got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Hartenstein. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's George. Goes up again. A shot off that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Here's George. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Bledsoe looking around. High, arcing shot. That shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. Gordon dishes to Walker. Outside, Green. Kicks to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Gordon finds Jokic. Here's Barton. Kicks it out to Gordon. A three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Hartenstein. Dishes it to Bledsoe. Shoots over Walker. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him. He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Bledsoe. His last outing, he had 8 points. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Outside, Batum. On the wing, Batum. Over Jokic. A shot by Batum, no good. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Jazz. Here's Hartenstein. Good defense by Jokic.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Passes it to Gordon. Lets it fly. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down.
in the bracket.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And again, no good by the Clippers. Denver leading by 13 to the inside. Haji, one up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
There's the pass to Kennard. The Clippers keep it alive. Mann passes to Kennard. Now Zubac, 6 on the shot clock. They can't stop the run with that one. Denver's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Campazzo. Here's Craig. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now, here's Kennard. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Mann. Tries it from 9. Buries the jump shot.
Marcus Morris Sr.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Jazz in Utah. Pass to Naji. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 13. Outside Jackson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Porter with the steal. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Outside Jackson. It's stolen. Naji passes to Campazzo. And there's the drive. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Pass to Mann. Here's Zubac. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Takes a 3. The Nuggets with the new 14. Stolen by Jackson. Ibaka down low. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
The pass to Naji. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Campazzo. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Jackson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Porter finds Craig. Back to Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. And the way that he plays and how athletic he is, how's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
And he makes both free throws. Clippers trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's Jackson. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Some historic numbers put up by Nikola Jokic, but he made it clear it is a team effort.
It's easy for me, actually. I mean, I have such a great teammate. I mean, it's really easy for me to do whatever I do on the court.
And it's certainly true, Greg. There's a depth of talent on this team.
With complementary skill sets, too. But let's not kid ourselves. It all revolves around the Joker and his unique skill set. They'll go as far as he takes them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. He's out there with Torrey Craig. It's Najee in at the center, filling out the middle. To the paint. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Clippers trail by 11.
Been interesting to watch the evolution of Serge Ibaka, just improving that shooting and that confidence to be a perimeter threat.
Nuggets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Campazzo, the pass to Craig. Inside. Here's Najee. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Najee's got his second bucket of the night.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And with Ibaka, he doesn't shoot a lot anymore, but he's still very efficient.
Well, I think, Kevin, that's what makes him an ideal fit with a team that has two star players or other guys who are going to draw attention away from Serge, can spot up on the weak side, get into a great offensive rhythm, and knock down shots.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Paul George is checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Jokic after the Clippers pick up 2. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from George. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Tries again, Gordon, and the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Walker the pass to Jokic. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now an 11-point Denver lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
For some reason, they've also had guys in the right spots on the offensive glass. Lots of putbacks.
Just 2 to shoot. Man. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic just got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 9.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Nuggets, when healthy, are one of the league's elite teams. Aaron Gordon says we have championship aspirations. When you've got the Joker, you have a chance to win every single night. If we play our best, we have a good chance to go as far as we want to. Guys, I just want to go as far as throwing it back to you.
You can throw it to us anytime, and he is the defending MVP and plenty of players around Jokic. David, thanks. They are for real. Now, here's Porter. An 11-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
So both teams changing it up here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Walker against Bledsoe. Kicks it out to Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up. And again, Denver no good. Clippers trail by 13. Now George. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Utah Jazz.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to, but Paul George still gets it done. Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point, and you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Jokic. 8 points for him. Barton, wide open, he fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic just got 3 assists tonight. George looking around. Gordon with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hartenstein passes to Bledsoe. And George, here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 10 points in the quarter.
Paul George taking initiative tonight and going right at the defense.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. George with the ball. He's got 16. Pass to Bledsoe. Shoots over Walker. No good from Bledsoe. Denver leading by 14. Walker in the corner. Jokic inside, defended by George. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Walker. Walker's got his third assist on the night. Bledsoe outside. Driving inside. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
For Denver, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Outside, Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 and the free throw line. You know, Greg, it is amazing the total effect Jokic has on the game.
And he's usually top 5 in triple-doubles now. He's really worked on his defense. And the scary part is he's still only in his mid-20s.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Greg, you know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, it didn't take too long for Jokic to blossom into one of the better young players in the league. Much quicker than most folks, I think, give him credit for.
And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience.
No good from Zubac. Here's Denver now. They're on a 14-6 run. Green, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for the Nuggets. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Bledsoe passes to Mann. Bledsoe with it. Guarded by Walker. Now here's Zubac. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Mann. 4 on the shot clock. For the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Najee. Good on the triple. Najee's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
The pass to Mann. Craig defending. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's Craig. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Mann. Outside, Batum. And it's Denver with the rebound. Najee's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the shot goes down. Green's got 6 points.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Zubats, and the layup's good off the glass.
Ivica Zubats.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Craig. Now here's Walker. No good on the three. Here's Mann. Craig defending. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
The kick out to Barton. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
And the Clippers call time here.
Think about Barton's career, 5-star recruit, 2 years in college, and then right to the NBA where he spent some time in the D-League at the time.
Nuggets making a change here. Campazzo's checked in. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Eric Bledsoe. You know, Brent, I was thinking about Barton in those early years. His biggest disadvantage was probably a lack of strength.
You wonder, Kevin, has the game changed so much that that's not quite as important as it once was, where Barton now can have freedom of movement, roam around, play in transition. As we've moved to this pace and space type of offense, Will Barton seems to fit the bill quite nicely.
Now here's Barton. 8 points for him. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson. Denver shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers trail by 21. Craig defending. Batum with the ball. Porter's there. 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here's Porter. He can't hit that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Outside, Porter. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's Denver, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Joined by Mike Malone. Coach, what did you like most about your team's play in the first half?
Well, energy. We were able to get stops, get out and run, and that's the pace that we have to play at. More of the same defense, take care of it, give them one shot, and then get out and run, get out and attack.
You kept them on their heels, Coach. We'll see if that continues. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Their control of the boards is a big reason for this lead. Seems like it might have been their game plan coming in. Send multiple guys to the rim when the shot goes down.
Jack, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. You can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Paul George is out there with Batum. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Jackson. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position.
And we've seen Gordon in the dunk contest before. He enjoys showing off when given the chance.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. And the shot is good. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Bledsoe right side. Passes to Hartenstein. He kicks it to Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Barton outside. The pass to Jokic. The kick out to Barton. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Barton's got 10 points in the game. Jackson passes to Hartenstein. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And that one is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Jokic. Barton outside. There's the dish to Green. Here's Walker. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Jackson. That ball, nice feed that time from George.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Denver calls timeout.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Nine feet out. And again, Denver no good. Clippers trail by 15. Hartenstein passes to Bledsoe. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's George. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
The Nuggets leading by 15. Outside, Walker. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrapped for them.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Walker's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Barton against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. George, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Jokic. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Amazing how much the evolution of Jokic has helped evolve the offense that's around him. A fearless player who feels like he could go up and match up against anybody in the league.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Mann subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. On defense, the Nuggets. The lead is 15. In the corner, George with it. And again, no good by the Clippers. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the middle. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Really good job from Barton there to swing the ball over for the easy shot with vision on that play.
Outside, George. Down low. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Rolls it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Jeff Green picks one up.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Green. Campazzo's subbed in for Will Barton. George, no good on the free throw.
And with Aaron Gordon, we knew about his high-flying acrobatics. But at his age, still seeking more consistency. Given his talent, he must continue to get better.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
George against Jokic. And George, here we go. He can't get it to go.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Greg, there's no question Gordon has game, especially remembering some of those dunk contests he was in.
an impressive athlete, no doubt. And his outside shot has improved. Now he's got to concentrate on scoring more for his team.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Denver. Najee's checked in, and it's Michael Porter in for Gordon. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Clippers with the ball. Trailing by 19. From 11 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Nuggets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Passes it to Campazzo. There's Porter with the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Left side, Porter. Lock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Well, fade away. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Najee's got 9.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Fires it up. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Pass to Craig. Denver passing it around. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Jackson. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Najee. Najee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Count the basket. 6 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Yep, that one goes.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Porter looking it over. And the pass to Craig. Here's Najee. Pass to Campazzo. Rebound by the Clippers. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Kennard, top of the key. And that one is off. Now Denver takes it the other way.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Count that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. Pass to man. Outside Jackson. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Pass to Craig. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Fades back, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Picked his pocket. Here he goes. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Mann. And here's Kennard. Pass to Ibaka. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Right on the bucket. Aji's got 11 in the second half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Jackson. And just miss after miss right now.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Najee passes to Campazzo. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Terrence Mann. Johnson comes in for Luke Kennard. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
Here's Chanchan. Green deciding where to go with it. To the left side wing. Outside Holiday. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And that one, good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Walker. And that one drops. Walker's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bledsoe outside. With 1 on the clock. Off on that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Green. Kemba Walker is out there with Rivers. And it's Holiday in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. Passes it to Chanchan. Here's Rivers. Brent, is someone with on-court and front office experience, just how valuable is a good relationship, do you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And Green gets it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
And Green gets it to go.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Winslow's shot is off. Denver's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Green kicks to Rivers. Outside Holiday. Outside Walker. Pass to Rivers. Launches it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the pass to Bledsoe. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Gordon against George. He feeds it to Ibaka. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Barton takes some tough shots, used to making them. He did there.
And here is Los Angeles now. Bledsoe dishes to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Walker against Bledsoe. Walker the pass to Gordon. Knocks down the 3 ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Zubac kicks to Bledsoe. Barton against Kennard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bledsoe, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard to beat that combination.
Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And that one hits back iron.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Zubac, Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. kicks it to Martin. Back to Green. Gordon against George. This one for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Tipped away. Here's George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Well, we know Zubac can eat up space inside, Brent. Great job of securing rebounds.
Yeah, obviously, if he was playing starter minutes or anywhere approaching 30 minutes, Zubac is going to be in double figures, ripping down both offensive and defensive things on the glass. What's impressed me about him, though, is he's got great hands on the inside and has now become a very viable roll target.
And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit longer.
Here's Najee. That one wide left. Jokic against Ibaka. And it's sent back by Jokic. And they get it back. Back to Bledsoe. There's the three. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. So for the Clippers, Marcus Morris comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Jokic passes to Najee. Count it. Najee's got 20.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now here's Jackson, all by himself. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Floats one up, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Chanjar's checked in. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Aaron Gordon. And Jackson gets it to go.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Campazzo. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Johnson. Tries a three. That shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Outside Holiday. Back to Jokic. Outside Holiday. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line. Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
Winslow's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Now Rivers, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Passes it to Winslow. Knocked away. Jokic with the steal. Campazzo, covered by Winslow. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Jackson. He takes it in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
Pass to Cancar. To the inside. Jokic with the bucket.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting for LA, BJ Boston.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Denver.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Jokic.
And just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Inside, and Jokic throws it down.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Now here's Jackson.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Shooting for LA, Reggie Jackson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Both free throws good from Jackson. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Holiday. Oh, that's blocked.
Man, I saw that block coming from a mile away. Winslow really times that rejection perfectly.
Charity stripe shot, and Jackson with the basket on the assist from Ibaka.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kemba. You are playing great basketball as a team. What does it feel like out there?
We have a great atmosphere, a great culture. We have great guys around who want to win. We're focused. We're trying to win as many games as possible, taking it one game at a time, and the results are showing.
Well, man, good practice leads to good results, as you see on the floor. Congrats again. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.